Okay, and we'll see where it goes on from there. Okay, ready? Welcome to Fiber Nation News. I'm Evie. Here's a thought for today.
Weather's going to be on, and that's going to be you. That's
So, for example, I say, "Good morning, Firebirds." Then it goes up, right there, past the sound level,
you want it to at least be at yellow.
0. So, like, tell me if it's at yellow. I'm gonna go practice, okay?
Probably. Good morning, Firebirds. Here are your morning announcements. If you still have a library book out, it needs to be returned as soon as possible to avoid a fine. The lost and found piles is large once again. Check the lost and found for anything you may be missing. Anything left will be donated the last day of school. Just Code continues to be in effect. Make sure you check the infographics around the school to make sure you are in Just Code compliance. If you haven't purchased your yearbook yet, you can purchase one after school today for $50 in the Learning Commons. Over to Aiden with the weather and today's lunch menu.
Thank you, Aiden and Ms. Ramirez.
Welcome to Fiber Nation News. I'm Evie and
And I'm Cheyenne.
here.
Here's the almost the end of the year dad joke. Why can't a baby score a basketball? He's always dribbling. Over to Evie.
Thank you. Please stand for the pledge. Good morning, Firebirds. Here are your morning announcements. If you still have a library book, it needs to be returned as soon as possible to avoid a fine. The lost and found piles is large once again. Check the lost and found for anything you may be missing. Anything left will be donated the last day of school. Just Code continues to be in effect. Make sure you check the infographics around the school to make sure you're in Just Code compliance. If you haven't purchased your yearbook yet, you can purchase one after school today for $50 in the Learning Commons. Over to Aiden with the weather and today's lunch menu.
Firebirds, today's high is 71 and today's low is 43. Today at the FMS we'll be having manager's choice, and also at the FMS annex we'll be also having manager's choice. Now over to Ms. Ramirez.
Good job. Good morning, Firebirds. Hey, I've got two different announcements really quick. First of all, my future Webbies. So I'm looking for my seventh grade web leaders who just applied, who are going to be 8th grade leaders. We're going to have a meeting in Mrs. Sinnett's room in just a few minutes. And 7th grade teachers, that list has been emailed to you yesterday by Mrs. Sinnett. And second, I want to publicly acknowledge my behind the scenes crew that works tirelessly to bring you the news every single morning. First of all, Haley Ditson, you have been such an amazing director and so faithful to come and direct and to problem solve. Oh my goodness, we have had problems at the beginning of the year. Thank you so much, Haley. And then came in Nina Washington, and she has been learning how to direct, and she's quite the expert at it as well with Haley. They are my experts. And then Linnea has come to be sound and floor director in the last few times. And now I've got a couple more. I was able in May to bring in some of my 6th graders to train as directors and sound techs. So Henry and Ben are learning and doing pretty good at learning how to direct, how to work on our audio. So that is our behind the scenes crew. And I wanted to thank every single one of them for making the news come to you every single morning. And now back to our anchors.
Thank you, Ms. Ramirez and Aiden. Make sure you turn in your Chromebook with your charger and that you have removed any stickers or other things you may have added to your Chromebook. FMS Summer Volleyball Camp is coming in July. Volleyball camp will cover skins needed for volleyball tryouts in August. The camp runs from July 15th to 18th from 10 a.m. to noon here at FMS. All participants will receive a camp t-shirt. All registration forms and money are to be turned into the FMS office by Tuesday, May 28th. Friday is an early release day for 6th and 7th graders. Make sure your family knows that Friday you will come home at noon to begin your summer. 8th grade will already have been promoted and don't need to come to school on Friday. Over to Ms. Forehand for the Firebird Fireballs.
Good morning, Firebirds. I just have to say this is my last day for 8th graders to hear announcements because tomorrow they are going to be arriving. Remember, 8th graders, you arrive here and then you are going to get on buses and you are going to go over to the high school to prepare for 8th grade promotion. Also, 8th graders, if you or your families have not filled out the transportation permission that also talks about whether or not you're coming back here after promotion, that kind of thing, please make sure that you get that done so that we make sure we have the correct number of buses available for all of our students. Okay, over to our fireballs for a moment. We have one for Tyler Pittman. He's a true friend. He's always there to make a day better and more fun, and that's from Aiden. Then we have one for Every Yoder. Every is always nice to me and always makes me feel better when I'm down, and that's from Tyler. And then last but not least, we have one for Mr. James. Whenever I get out of the car, he talks about sports and is funny and makes my day, and that is from Ethan. Okay, guys, let's make this a great Firebird Day and make sure that we are doing the best that we can every single day. Back to our anchors.
Thank you, Ms. Forehand, and this concludes our morning announcements for Wednesday, May 22nd. Make it a great Firebird Day.